Today's lecture is gonna be on my Django and React um, full stack development tutorial. So before I start the tutorial, I'm just gonna explain a few things to you on my channel. So this is my channel and I have two tutorial series. The first one is we're building a web application that has the functionalities of Uber, Airbnb, and Booking.com. So on the app that we're building, you can book a room, vendors can lease their room, hotels can lease their room, individuals can also lease their room, just the way you have on Airbnb. And then yeah, individuals can go on our platform, book their room, maybe a hotel room or a private accommodation, stuff like that. Then you can also book a ride on our app. So it's gonna function like Uber, and we're using Python and Django for our back end. Then for the front end, we're using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Now for our JavaScript, we're gonna be using vanilla JavaScript, which is pure JavaScript, and we're also gonna use jQuery. So with one application that we're building, you're gonna learn this stack of technologies. You're gonna learn JavaScript, you're gonna learn HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and then you're also gonna learn Python and Django. Then in my second tutorial series, we're building an employee record management web application, and then we're using Django and Python for the back end. Then we're using React.js for the front end. So the goal of this second tutorial is we're gonna build a robust web application, a learning management system that is going to function like Udemy and Coursera, and other learning platforms where teachers can upload their tutorial videos, and then users can go in there, create their account, and buy courses. At the end of the course, you're gonna be issued with a certificate. So at the end, we're gonna build an application like that, but I'm starting by building a simpler application, which is an employee record management system. So by the time we finish this employee record management system, you're gonna be familiar with React, you're gonna be familiar with Django, you're gonna be familiar with Python, and then we will now progress and start building our complex full stack learning management web application. Yeah, so if you want to learn the boat, you can learn the boat, but if you need the skills urgently, maybe you want to start applying for a developer role, then you can just learn one of them, perfect it, and then before you can move over to the next one. But you can learn the both of them at the same time if you want. So the technology stack I'm using for this tutorial, they are among the most in demand, the most versatile, and the most widely used programming languages currently. As you know, JavaScript and Python are the most popular, the most in demand, the most versatile, and the most widely used programming languages currently. Now, today's video is gonna be on our Django, Python, and React app development. And this video is not the first video in this series. I have one video already. So if you are not familiar with Python and Django, I suggest you start by learning, by watching the first video. So you have an understanding of what we're doing, and then you will not be lost. So in our previous lectures on Python, Django, and React app development, we installed Django, we installed Python, and then we installed some other libraries like we installed Django REST framework, which is going to enable us save and retrieve information from our database. Now we also installed npm, which is a node package manager. So when you want to use Node.js, you need to install Node Package Manager so you can be able to install dependency packages on your applications. Now, as you know, React has become incredibly popular and is it's regarded as the most popular front-end framework. We have Vue.js, we have React, we have Angular, we have Bootstrap, we have Tailwind. These are all front-end frameworks, but React.js has become so popular, and it's among it's the most popular front-end framework, and its React.js developers are in high demand. React.js is also very popular because you can use React Native to build mobile applications. So when you learn React Native, you can use it to build web applications, you can use it to build mobile applications, and then with a combination of other libraries like Electron, you can also use it to build desktop applications. So you don't need to start learning different programming languages just to be able to build, web, desktop, and mobile application. This is one of the reasons why React.js has become very popular. It has a vast ecosystem and it is being supported by Facebook. In today's lectures, we're gonna create a React app. We'll create a React app, and our React app is gonna enable us build our front end. Now, the first thing we need to do is we have to delete this front end folder we created in our previous video. So I'm just gonna delete it for now. Now you have to run a command. You have to run a command to create your front end. I'm just gonna open a note for you so I can be writing down these commands for you so you see it. So you run npx create dash react dash app and then the name of your app. So I'm just gonna call my app front end app. So this is the command npx space create dash react dash app, then the name of your application. Make sure you connected to the internet. So I'm just gonna copy this. Um, Go to your terminal. You can open your terminal if you go to these three dots at the top bar. Go to terminal and then new terminal. And then once you type the code, you press enter. You just give it a while for the app to get created. So when you type the command and press enter, you have to leave it for some time to install all the packages. As you can see, it states installing React, React DOM, React scripts, CRA templates, and then yeah, so is installing all the template dependencies using npm. Just give it some time for the installation to complete. Now my installation is complete, and as you can see, it has created a folder called front end app. When you open the front end app, you will see different folders. This is node modules. You're gonna see your public folder, which contains your index.html, logo, and some other files. You have your sroc folder. This is where we're gonna create our logic. All our code is gonna be inside here. We have app.css, app.js, index.css, index.js, and all the rest. So as we progress, you're gonna understand what everything here is it's all about. And then we have git ignore, we have package.json and readme. So yeah, So now what you need to do, we have two servers installed right now on our application. We have Django installed, and on the previous video I've shown you how to run your Django server. Now we've also installed Node.js and React. So if we want to run our React server, you need to cd into this front end folder. So you need to change directory into this front end folder. Currently, our folder is on employee record, which is this main folder. So to move into this front end folder, which is our React app, you just need to type cd and then the name of the folder, front end app, and you press enter. So it has gone inside the front end app. Yeah. And then the next thing you need to do is to type npm start and press enter. So I'm gonna write down the code for you. Yeah. npm start, npm start to start your React.js development server. If you're starting your development server for the first time, you may get a prompt asking you to allow. You just click on allow. I think it's a firewall prompt on your system. So once you click on allow, it's gonna start your development server. Now it opens through port 3000. Now look at it. So this is our React.js development server. We've installed our app successfully and it's running on port 3000. So our React app is running on port 3000, and by default, our Django app is running on port 8000. So I'm gonna show you again how to run your Django server. So I'm just gonna go back to my code. Now remember, we cd into the front-end app. If we want to start our Django app, you need to come to this terminal, click inside it and press Ctrl C, which is gonna terminate the this server that is running. Alternatively, I can leave it and then simply go to here, these three dots, click on terminal and then open a new terminal. So now I have my front end terminal that is open, which I use cd to enter inside this front end app folder. Then I opened a new terminal, which by default goes into this employee record folder. Now what you have to do is simply type python manage.py on server and you press enter. So we're combining the two most in-demand, the two most versatile, and the two most popular programming languages in the world to build our application. Now, this is gonna start your Django development server on port 8000 by default. You can change the port if you want, but I'm gonna show you how to do that. Now, this is my Django development server, which is running. You can simply copy this link, or you simply highlight it by pressing down Control, press on the link, or you click on follow link. Either way it's gonna work. So yeah, so you see this is our Django development server and this is our React server that is running. The both are completely detached. So we're gonna write our code to connect our front end framework, which is React, to connect to our backend framework, which is we're using Python and Django. So yeah, alternatively, if you come to this terminal that you opened for React, and then you want to, from this terminal, you want to go into your employee record folder, when you press Ctrl C, you just click on yes, why, and it's gonna stop the React server from running, but it is still inside front end app folder. Now to go back into your main application folder, which is employee record, simply type cd space dots and dots, which is gonna navigate you back to the employee folder. If you want to move back into your front end folder to start your server, you simply press cd space and the name of your folder, which is front end app, and press enter. It's gonna move into the app folder. So now let's start our React.js server again. So I'm just gonna type npm start. Remember, I have cd into the front end app. So I type npm start and press enter, and then this is gonna start the development server again. Now our server is up and running. To change this write-up on our home page, simply go to you go to the front end app. This is it, front end app. Click to expand it, then go to src and then go to app.js, app.js, and then you can simply delete all this and type your message. You just started your first React.js application, and then you click on save all. Go back to your web browser. It should automatically edit, change. Make sure you save it. Go to file and save all. Yeah, so it has reloaded. This is the message you just started your first React.js application. So go to your front end app, go to src, go to app.js, and then you type your message here. Now, if you want to remove this logo, this React.js logo, here it is. Just click here, delete this line, and then you click on File, Save All. It's gone. Now, if I want to change everything completely, including the color, I'll simply go to my code. In here, I can just delete everything. Yeah, simply remove everything, the class, and then yeah, open a div and type a message. You just created your first React and Django web application. Go to File and click on Save All, and then yeah, this is it. So I've changed everything. The color is gone, logo is gone, all write-up are gone. So yeah, it is. Now the next thing we have to do is we have to create React components. So we're gonna use the React component to create our different pages. So in React, components are the building blocks for building a React application. This component will allow us to split our UI, that's user interface, into independent and reusable pieces. So yeah, so what you have to do now is go to your front end app, which is our React app. Go to src folder. On top of it, right click on new folder and call it components. Yeah. Oh, I made a mistake. Rename, I'll call it components. So we have to connect our front end to our back end, and then we are creating components now. So now, um, what you have to do is, so we're gonna use this component folder to create all our pages and our UI elements, but we need a package called Django cores, which is gonna allow us connect our backend to our front end for communication. So we can retrieve information from the backend, display it on the front end, and stuff like that. Now you need to use pip to install Django course headers. Now, how are you gonna do that? Remember, in here in this our terminal, we seeded into our front end app, and then I opened a new terminal. I opened a new terminal, which um, which goes into our main backend folder. Now, and my Django development server is running. So yeah, not to get confused, I'm just gonna close this terminal. I'm gonna close the second terminal I opened. So just my terminal for my front end app is running. Now I'll go to these three dots, click on terminal and click on new terminal, which is gonna go into our backend folder. And then you're gonna type pip install Django course headers. Pip install Django, then dash course dash headers. So I'm gonna type it out for you on Notepad. Um, pip install Django dash course dash headers. So this is gonna help. This is gonna create communication between our backend and front end. Remember, our backend, we are using Python and Django. Front end, we're using React.js, which is a JavaScript framework. It's even a library. Yeah. So type pip install Django cores headers and press enter. Allow for some time for Django cores header to be installed. Unable to create process, say users django script. Mm, let me make sure if I'm connected to the internet. Okay. So I'm just gonna type it again. I can go to the documentation. Django cores headers. Yeah, so this is it. Django cores headers. Pip install Django dash cores dash headers. This was what I did. Press enter. Okay, so I think there should be an error somewhere. I'm just gonna check it out now. So sometimes you can run into this kind of issues on VS Code terminal. If you're getting this kind of issues on VS Code terminal, there are other ways to do it, and that was the reason why we installed Git Bash. So if you don't know how to install Git Bash, I'm gonna drop the description on how to install the link on how to install Git Bash on this video. I've explained that in my previous video, so you can watch it and then install Git Bash on your system. So I'm just gonna minimize this screen and then I'll go to my application folder. This is the employee application folder. So inside of here, I right click an empty space and then I go to open git bash here. Then I'm gonna activate my virtual environment by typing source env slash scripts slash activate. Script is capital and then you press enter. So env is gonna be on top. Now I type pip install django dash cors dash headers and press enter. And then you just give it some time to install. Now, as you can see, django-cors-headers has been installed successfully. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add it into the installed app section. So I'm gonna open my VS Code again, and then let me close this. Go to employee record. This is my main backend application folder. Click to expand it. Go to settings.py, and then you look for the installed app section. This is it. Now in here, press enter. Make sure after each line it ends with a comma. Now a quote and you type cause headers and then you a comma again. So you have to save everything now. Now the next thing you have to do is you need to allow core headers. You need to allow, you need core headers to allow Django server. So anywhere in here, but I'm just gonna go to the last place here. You type this code, capital cause underscore allowed underscore origins equals square brackets, press enter. So you have to allow your React development server address. This is it. Remember when you run npm stats, it opened our React server, which is running on port 3000. So copy this URL, copy, go back to your application folder and add it in here. So you're saying Django cause header should allow this origin. So this way, your backend can communicate with your front end. Make sure everything is saved. Save all. Now, the last thing you want to do for this your setting area is to add calls headers to your middleware section. So still on my settings.py, look for the middleware section. So this is it. And make sure you add it on the first line. So I'm just gonna come here, open a quote and type core headers dot middleware dot capital C cause middleware. Make sure you put a comma at the end. So this is core headers, cause headers dot middleware dot cause middleware. So I'm just gonna copy this code and place on the notepad so you see it very well. So this is going to be added on the middle year section in your settings.py. And then you have to save all. So with this, we've created a communication between our front end, which is React, and our back end, which is Python and Django. The next thing we have to do is to install a package called React Router DOM, which would enable us to navigate various pages. So we're going to install what we'll call React Router DOM. It's going to help us navigate the different web pages in our application. So you need to cd into your um, front end app. So you can either type cd front end app, or you just go to this terminal that is already inside the front end app. So I'm just gonna stop the server now. I'm gonna press Ctrl C and Y and press enter. Now it's still inside my front end app. If it's not, you type cd and then front end app. Front end app is this, the name of my React application. And then you type npm I React router DOM. So I'm just gonna remove this. You type npm space I React router DOM. That's the command. Npm space I React router dash DOM. This is the command. And then you press enter. When you do that, you give it some time to finish installing, and you have to make sure that you are connected to the internet. It has finished installing. So now to use React Router, you need to go to your front-end app folder and then go to sroc, go to index.js. Now at the top in here, you need to make some imports. So type import, open a curly brace, and then you type browser router as router, and then from React router DOM. So you have to import this at the top of your index.js. Then next, you have to wrap your entire code in a router. So this is the code. And then you come to this place, still in your index.js, open a tag, and then you type router, close the tag. Once you close it, it closes automatically. So I'm just gonna cut this, take it to the bottom, and paste it. That's also, I've wrapped my entire code in a router. I can indent this a bit to give some space. Now, save all. After this, we need to create a number of files in our component folder. Remember, we created a component folder. This is our component folder. So we have to create some files inside of it. So we're gonna create different components in our component folder. So this is gonna be like the different pages of our website. So go to your component folder. Components is in src folder. Right click on components, create a new file called Home.js. Create another file, new file, call it About.js. Create another one, call it um, new file. We call it Create.js. Yeah, this would do. This create pages would do. Now go to the home.js and then you type this code. Let's say you have to import this. Import React from React. This is correct. And then you say const home. Yeah, constant equals open a bracket equals to greater than sign and then curly brace. Press enter. Return curly brace. And then inside it, I'm just gonna say div. I'm gonna close the div. Yeah. So hold on. I'm just gonna say export default home. Yeah, this is fine. Now I'm gonna type something here, home page. Home page. I'm gonna close it in a div tag. Yeah, so this is fine. This is supposed to be a bracket. And then you remove this as well. Close the bracket. Yeah, this is fine. So this is just some random word on the home page, and then we're returning it. We are exporting it. That's why we type export default home. Remember, components are reusable. So we're gonna reuse all our components, and that's why you have to export it. Now, simply copy this code. What you're exporting is this function. So whatever you type here, it's what is gonna be here. Copy this code, go to your create.js and paste it. So change this to create and then change this to maybe something like add records and then change this to create. Go to about page, paste it again, change this to about. This about here doesn't need to be the title of the file. It can be anything. But whatever you put here, it's what is gonna be here. So about page. This is fine. And then you click on file, click on save all. Now we've created our different components. So we're gonna write some logic that is gonna display our component on our web browser. So you need to go to about.js to do that. This is it. Under SRC folder, you go to app.js. Now, in your app.js, you need to make a few imports. So come to this top bar, press enter, and then you say imports. What are you importing? You're importing about. So once you type about, it completes it for you from dot components. So about is inside component folder. Now we are able to import this because of this line of code. Go to about.js because of this line of code. Export default about. So whatever you put here, you go to your app.js, that is what you're gonna put here. So import about from dot because it's on the same dot means it's on the same directory. So app.js and component is inside src directory. Yeah, so you have to import all the components. Now you say import home, and then it's gonna import it as well. So we've imported about, we've imported home, we need to import create as well. I'm just gonna say import create. Yeah, now this is fine. So let's remove this message that we have here. Hello React. We have to remove it, and then we have to do this, add this code, open a tag, and you say routes. That is it. And then you close it. Once you close it, it closes your routes. And then the first thing you need to do is route is like our path. So this app.js, it works like your urls.py in your Django and your Python. You know, we use urls.py to create our different URL. That's the way you use app.js to create your different routes or your different URLs as well. Now, the first thing you want to do is open a tag, and then you say route at equals um, you put a quote, and you say element equals you open a curly brace, open a tag, and you type home /, you close a tag, you go outside, and then /, you close a tag again. Now, so our first part is home, which is this home, and then let's just duplicate this. So this is gonna be part element is gonna be about. Copy and paste, and then the third one is gonna be create. Make sure you save your changes. So yeah, save your changes, but this is wrong. Now remove these codes. So make this and put it here. So this is the correct code. Route paths equals empty string, then element equals home. Now this empty string means this URL or this route should be our home page. So when you run your application now, home, which is home.js, is gonna be the home page. Remember, we created a component called home.js. We wrote this home page. Let me just put welcome to the home page. Welcome to the home page, and we exported it. Then we went to our app.js. We imported it from about, import components about. We imported home because we created for about as well. We created for home. We also made one for Create.js. So we imported all of them here. Now, after the importation, we imported this library, and then I came to this place and created a path. So this empty string means this is gonna be our landing page when the web application runs. Now, the next one is going to be for our about page. Remove this string here, put it here, close this curly brace, and then here, put a forward slash and just type about. So now this can be anything. It means when the user goes to, for example, if the user goes to localhost, our IP address dot 3000 forward slash about, it will take the user to this about page. So if you make this something else, maybe about page, then the user needs to type forward slash about page to navigate to this about page. So whatever it's here, that's what the user needs to input to move down to this about page. So I'm just gonna delete this. Now for this as well, the same thing, remove the quotes and then put the empty string here. Inside it, put a forward slash and then create record, for example, create record. So when the user goes to forward slash our IP address and forward slash, it's gonna take the user to this page. By the time we buy our domain, and maybe we have something like Evans React app.com, it's gonna be forward slash. If the person want to create a record, it's gonna be forward slash create record or forward slash about page or forward slash home to navigate to these different URLs. So this is all we need to do for now, and then you save your changes. Click on save all. Now we need to run our React server to test what we've done so far, to check if our router is working and the URL is working properly. Now, this is my terminal is still open and is still inside my front-end app folder. If it is not on your front-end app folder, what you need to do, maybe assuming you've closed your terminal, what you need to do is come to these three dots, go to terminal, click on new terminal, and then you cd into your React app folder. Type cd space front end app, press enter, and then you type npm start to run your React development server. So you give it some time to spin up the server. So now our server is up and running. In the event your server refuses to run and it gives you an error on this terminal, simply type this code npm space audit fix dash dash false, and then when it finish running you type npm starts again. So now our server is up and running. When I go to the web browser, what did you say? Welcome to our home page. Now, this is it. It opened Home.js, which has welcome to our home page, because on our app.js, I made the home page the default page by putting um, an empty quote here. So if I want to go to our About Us page, which is this About Us, what do I need to do? This is it, /about us. That's what I need to type on the URL. So I'm just going to copy this, go to your web browser and type at the end of the 3000, paste it and press enter. What did you see? About page. Now, if you want to go to your create record, you can copy this as well. Go to your URL and then you paste it as well. And it's gonna open our add record page. So from our next lectures, we're gonna create a navigation menu. So instead of typing the URL manually, you're just gonna click and it's gonna take you to the different pages. Now, if you want to make About Us page the home page, what do you need to do? Simply remove this empty quotes or add a / and say home, and then take this off. So this has the empty string. Save your changes, save all, and then refresh your page by opening your um, React server. So your home page is gonna be about page now. Likewise, if you want to make create record the home page, you make it the empty string. So I'm just gonna revert back to what we have. Yeah. So our home page is gonna be the home page. So this lecture is gonna be fun and easy, and I would like to stop this video right here so you can practice and then perfect what you've learned before I drop another video again in the coming days. Make sure you do this over and over again. You can delete the application, start it over again, or you can start a new application altogether and practice what we've done. And then if you have any issues, don't struggle alone. Drop your question on the comment section. I'm going to respond to you. And if necessary, I'm going to schedule a meeting with you. If you can't resolve the issues on your own, I'm going to schedule a meeting and then try to fix your issues. So yeah, this is where we're going to end it for now. And then don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that once I drop a new video, you're gonna get notification and follow along the tutorial. If you don't subscribe, you're not gonna know when I drop a new video. And then like the video if this video is important to you, and then share with your friends as well so they too can also benefit. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the coming days. Bye bye.